Hey guys, Mexico is now requiring all Americans to have a visa to enter Mexico. For
Bruh.
a lot of you guys out there in the audience that are watching this video, well, many of you guys have, heard the news that now Mexico is requiring all Americans that enter Mexico to have a visa when they enter Mexico. Well, the reality is that you've always needed a visa to enter Mexico. So if you have never been to Mexico before, most likely you're going to need an FMM tourist visa. All right. And you're going to get that at any border that you cross. So if you're coming on an airplane, most likely the airline already charged you for the visa and they're going to give it to you on the airplane. So you fill it out on the plane and you give it to the immigration person when you land. Now, if you're coming through the land border, you're going to have to go and physically get the visa yourself, and it's going to cost you around 43 US dollars, 44 US dollars. Depends on the exchange rate, give or take. It can also go up depending on when you're watching this. Regardless, you have to pay for the visa and you have to fill it out, and they have to, again, give you a certain amount of days for you to come into Mexico. Again, you need a passport to come into Mexico now more than ever. In the past, you didn't need a passport. Coming into Mexico, you could have come into Mexico with just a simple ID, such as a driver's license, especially when coming in through a place like Tijuana or, a border that sees a lot of traffic. But nowadays, because of everything that's going on, well, now they're asking for a passport no matter what. Again, this is from my understanding and from all the reports that I'm hearing, that's basically where it's at. Now, again, this is nothing new. This is exactly what the Mexican immigration law requires for them to ask for. It's just that, well, as you guys know, Mexico is loosey-goosey with their application of the law, whether they enforce certain laws or not, and all that stuff. So, with all that said, well, because of everything that's going on at the moment, they're definitely enforcing the law, and they're definitely asking you guys to provide a passport and to get a visa. Now, for everyone else out there that has a temporary residency or a permanent residency, well, you have nothing to worry about. Again, that is your visa. So again, if you have temporary or permanent residency, that acts as your visa. So you don't have to fill out any kind of paperwork. You just, again, show that to any kind of immigration officer that might be asking you for your legal stance in Mexico. So you show them your physical visa, whether it's the physical temporary or permanent residency card or whether it's a physical paper. Now, yes, Mexico has already moved on from giving the paper FMM, the paper tourist visa, for those of you guys out there that are coming out here to visit. In fact, the visa is now given to you guys digitally. So, for example, from people that are coming in through a place like Cancun, or any other popular tourist destination out there in Mexico, well, they're just going to give you a digital visa. Again, you scan your passport and they give you some sort of visa that you're going to have to now print out on your own. And guess what? Because of everything that's going on, you're going to definitely want to have that piece of paper, especially if you're definitely, going out outside of the resorts and outside of the just popular touristy areas. Because unfortunately, the reality is since tensions have risen between the US and Mexico, and it doesn't seem like that's going to stop anytime soon. Well, it seems like Mexican immigration officials are being a lot more strict with Americans that are entering Mexico. Now, from my understanding, Canadians, since you guys have zero problem with the Mexico at the moment, well, in fact, maybe there's a little bit more of a solidarity between both countries. You're probably not going to be getting this kind of treatment, or maybe you are. I don't know. Maybe you might get lumped in with the Americans, but I sincerely doubt it. I think this is more for just Americans. But I usually don't make this kind of video for the channel. I really don't like to talk about these things unless it's an actual thing. This is actually something that's actually going on. I've been hearing multiple reports. I've seen, lots of basically this is going on, whether it's at the US Mexico border or other ports of entry, such as when people are flying into Cancun, flying into Merida where I live, or flying to basically any other part of Mexico and dealing with the immigration officials. So again, just a quick reminder, let's not forget that nothing has change, all right, in the sense of the law or any kind of new rules or regulations. All they're doing is that they're enforcing the law, the rules, the regulation, and they're being a lot more strict. Now, is this going to affect the RNE program? Is this going to affect you getting your immigration status out here correct? Is this going to affect you in any way, shape, or form in getting your, again, your residency out here in Mexico? For those of you guys that are looking into living out here, moving out here, no, it's not going to affect that. All it's going to affect is for all of those people out there that are choosing not to live out here legally. Okay. Again, we've discussed this multiple times on the channel. If you are here in Mexico without a visa, without any kind of paperwork, it's not that you're illegal. All right. It's just that you are irregular and Mexico needs to regularize you. All right. And usually it goes pretty smoothly because Mexico is a pretty open country when it comes to immigration. But because of all kinds of recent events, whether the immigration crisis or now the whole situation that's going on with the USA and Mexico and the tariff wars or whatever's going on with all that, well, now it's definitely going to be affecting that as well. So just be aware that, right now, Mexico is going to be a lot more strict with all things revolving around immigration. And not just immigration, but I've also heard multiple accounts as well that a lot of Mexicans are also now being a lot more strict when it comes to many things, such as landlords being a lot more strict, when they're renting to an American. They definitely want to know what your immigration status is, whether you're in Mexico legally or not, and so many other things, just because of so many things that have actually happened in the past. In fact, if you want to know more about what is actually going on with all of this, please check out the rest of my channel. I talk about this in depth, whether I do my live streams on Thursday and we pick a subject and we just, again, talk for a whole hour and interact with you and the audience, talking about whatever subject is the hot topic of the day, or my Sunday uploads. Again, every single Sunday I upload a video all pertaining to life out here in Mexico. Again, I moved out here to Mexico over 7 years ago, and I got married to a Mexican, and I've been loving life out here. And yeah, I'm an American, and I moved out here, well, simply because I saw the writing on the wall. And well, here I am now, helping you guys move out here to Mexico. So again, on my channel, I have all kinds of tools available to you to access, in order for you to be able to make this transition, this move as easy as possible. Again, it's not going to be easy, but it can definitely be done. If you want it bad enough, you can definitely go out there and get it. So again, check out my website, check out my channel, and I really hope that this video has been able to help dispel some of those myths out there that you've been hearing about immigration and so on and so forth. All right. So again, thanks again for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye, guys.